The Land of Roar, Chapter 44. As I fall, a hollow, cold terror fills me. I don't scream. I can't. Instead, I watch as images flick in and out of my vision. I see Rose kneeling above Bad Dragon's head, the black sails of the Raven, Croaky swooping around me like a bat. Then Bad Dragon's eyes fix on me, narrow greedily, and her jaws drop open. I start to clutch at the air, desperately trying to get hold of something. Finally, Bad Dragon is going to be fed. She dives, opening her jaws so wide I can see the fire glowing in her throat. This is it, I think, as I clutch at nothing. This is how I die. Then I see Rose climb to her feet. I keep my eyes fixed on her and she looks at me. Her face is the last thing I want to see, not Bad Dragon's stained teeth. Rose raises her fist in the air. "Hear me roar!" she cries, her voice echoing through the sky. "Hear me roar!" Immediately, Bad Dragon's jaws snap shut and she ducks her head. Instead of the slash of teeth or the icy rush of the sea, I feel scales scape my skin as I slam down on her head. Relief floods through me as Rose grabs my t-shirt, holding on tight, and we start to rise in the sky. I scrabble backwards to the safety of Bad Dragon's back. Croaky is directly in front of us, hovering in the air, his wings flapping furiously. Bad Dragon sighs out a jet of flame, and it catches the top of Croaky's wings. The fire spreads quickly along his feathers, making them curl and shrivel. Howling with rage and pain, his wings blazing now, Croaky spins through the air, then smashes into the bottomless ocean. His wings fan out, keeping him afloat for a second, but the waves are too ferocious, and they crash down on him, pushing him further and further under the water. His stick fingers claw the sky. "We can't leave him," cries Rose. She's right. Croaky may hate us and have done terrible things to Grandad, but we made him. Seeing his body sinking in the water, his wings spread wide, is a chilling sight. "Down," she tells Bad Dragon, but before we can reach the spot where he sank, the Raven appears and a rope is slung into the water. As we turn and rise back over the crow's nest, Croaky is hooked out of the sea, his body heavy with water, his wings broken and battered. Before he's even pulled on deck, his head lifts and swings round. I know he's looking for us. "Time to go home?" says Rose. I'm so exhausted, all I can do is nod. We fly away from the crow's nest, the Raven and Croaky. Already the Lost Girls have raised their flag and it's fluttering over the battlements. It's a skull with a bow perched on its head, a rainbow of colour, just like their bracelets. Black smoke drifts about the turrets and the Lost Girls stand silhouetted against the sky. Stella shades her eyes and waves a hand, and we wave back. They watch as we fly away. The crow's nest belongs to them now. We head inland and Bad Dragon follows the line of the coast, lazily beating her wings and making the bottomless ocean surge below her. Vlad appears behind her, then flies in her wake, following like a shadow. I look across at Roar. The sinkholes have vanished and so has the crack. Before my eyes, leaves burst open on the trees and vines unfurl, sending green spilling over the cliff. Flowers creep out of the gaps in the chalky rock. The Roar Rose and I loved is coming back. We fly over a long wide beach. Waves tumble over each other and the dragon's shadows soar over the wet sand. When a cliff reaches its highest point, we turn and glide inland, and that's when we see it. Standing on the edge of the cliff, its horn glittering in the sun, is a unicorn. Its coat is deepest black, and it's covered in spots of silver and pale blue. This unicorn has freckles. They've come back, says Rose, her own brown freckled face lit by the sun. Suddenly she sits up straight, scanning the cliff and the woods. She nudges Bad Dragon back out over the sea and stares down at the waves. I know she's looking for Mitch. She sees something that makes her gasp. There! Just below the surface of the water is a ribbon of bright blue. It could be a shoal of fish. It could be a reflection of the sky. But just maybe it's the trailing hair of a merwitch. There is a splash and the blue is gone. We circle over the same spot, once, twice, but whatever was there has vanished. We turn and fly across Roar towards Wind's Cave. We need to take Grandad home.